Hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. It is Thursday, Stupid Question Day, right here. A regular feature of Live with Lorielle New, where I put on the genius cap, right here, which allows me to answer any question about any topic in the entire universe with complete accuracy, guaranteed. According to me. Ooh, there's YouTube starting. You can watch on YouTube or Google Hangouts. If you have trouble with Google Hangouts, it's because it's possessed. it does what it wants. So if you have trouble, try the YouTube channel. Both links are on my Twitter. If you're not already following me on Twitter, please do. Let me say hello to everybody. Allure Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and The Crim and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and N1QOV, and Brett, and Blair Cooper, and Terry Sue, and Max, and Cosmic Joe, and Jay Dahlman, and Boot and Swede, and Nahib. Thank you for checking in. Wing Doggy, hello. Hello, everybody. The news just keeps getting crazier and crazier every day. I know this is Stupid Question Day, but I just read something I just retweeted about in England. One of their reps, I guess it would be like the equivalent of our senators, or was killed in the street by a guy that didn't agree with her, or maybe he was crazy. I don't know what, but killed, like stabbed multiple times, and then shot with some kind of old antique rifle in the street. The world is getting crazier and crazier. So I mean, that's like what, like if somebody killed their governor or a senator or something. So yes, she's a member of Parliament, which is similar to our House of Representatives. So and just I can't even put it on the news anymore. I don't know about the rest of you. And those poor parents who are at Disneyland with their, again, that was Florida again. Florida, what's going on? They were at Disneyland Resort with their 2-year-old and their 4-year-old, and all of a sudden an alligator came out. It clomped on to their little 2-year-old, and the parents actually jumped in the water and tried to wrestle their 2-year-old out of the mouth of the alligator. Some giant alligator tried to pull. The alligator took off with their baby, which, as you know, did not end well. Baby died. Parents are devastated, and now we're hearing that, and this wasn't a weird thing to be in this place, where people who are there saying all day long, the parents are there walking, you know, little kids, they don't swim, they're just getting their feet really on the edge of the water, their feet in the water, 2-year-olds all day long, little kids there, could have been anybody's little kids. Apparently now we're hearing that workers at Disneyland had warned that alligators had been seen and that they should have had a fence there to keep them out. You'd think that would be a no-brainer. David Jones says he blames global warming. No, it's not the fault of global warming. I think brains are warming up. People are getting heated. So it just seems like you don't even want to turn on the news. So bye, Nahib. Thanks for checking in. I hope you have some stupid questions for me, though. It seems. David Jones says 3 alligators were killed and nobody feels sorry for the alligators. Actually, I believe it was 5. And that's true. Alligators aren't cuddly. Nobody really feels that bad for alligators. Though there is a protest against some of those expensive brands like Hermes. That's one of those fashion lines that makes those handbags that are like $30,000 or $40,000. Apparently, they have alligator farms where they just grow hundreds of alligators for their bags, and the alligators are like hung up on hooks and kind of like skinned alive, and it sounds pretty horrible. But just the fact that anyone would pay $30,000 to $40,000 for a bag sounds horrible to me. I mean, you could buy a car for that. These bags don't even have wheels. So, anyhow, hello. Yeah, and they don't eat all the alligators they kill, David Jones. They just throw them away. They grow them like they're growing corn. They grow alligators until they're big enough, and then they pull the skins off and throw them away. So, yeah. So everything's getting crazy. So I don't even know. I'm not even going to try commenting anymore on anything that's happening. It's Stupid Question Day, where we try to distract you with some inane humor or ridiculous facts and questions. Take your mind off of what is going on with our crazy world. But speaking of the other recent killings in Florida, besides the baby and the alligator, apparently the guy that killed the singer, Kimi Gribler, is her name? Christina Grimmie. Apparently he was in love or obsessed with her. She didn't know him. They never actually met, or she wasn't even aware of his existence. But he was in love with her and obsessed with her, and had started to improve his appearance. Even though he was only 27, he was already losing hair, so he was getting hair restoration. He got LASIK surgery so he wouldn't wear glasses. He was losing weight. He wanted to make himself appealing to her. And then he found out she had a boyfriend. So apparently he flew into a rage and decided instead of loving her, he'd rather kill her. Now you know his love is true. If I can't have you, nobody will. In fact, you won't even get to live. Nothing says true love like murder. And apparently, the guy who shot up 49 people is even crazier than anyone realized. For years, people thought he was crazy. He apparently was also living a double life as a gay man and a married man, and wanted to be in the police, but they rejected him because he seemed crazy. First time he tried to buy guns, they rejected him because he seemed crazy. The second time, the guy sold him a gun, no problem. Apparently the CIA said he had no actual ties to any sort of terrorist groups, though he claimed during his attack and 3-hour standoff, he claimed associations with pretty much every group he could think of, even groups that don't get along. Said he was doing this for all of them. I've been planning this for a long time. Apparently crazy. But probably, and while he was in his hostage situation, texted his wife, posted on Facebook, calling news stations, wanted everybody to know who he was. This is a crazy guy looking for attention for sure. But, yeah. Yeah. Wing Doggy says, why is it that a person who plays the piano is called a pianist, but a person who drives a race car is not called a racist? Oh. They should be called a carist. or race cars. Yeah, that would be awkward, wouldn't it? It's already awkward enough to try and differentiate between pianist and penis. So we could have raciest and racist. I don't know. No, that doesn't sound like a good plan. Yes, apparently his wife apparently his wife was very devoted to him. She, yeah, rode shotgun with him while he went shopping for guns and scouting out potential locations, Pulse, Disneyland. He wanted to get as much attention as he could. Texted his wife. She told him not to do it, but I don't know about this. Sam says, why do I keep getting friends requests for sex hookup sites on the Instagram? Sam, they actually send those to everyone. There's nothing that you've done wrong to attract this. They send it to everyone. They shoot them out in the internet. They know that they'll hit with someone. I even get weird requests. those emails and requests that say, hi, it's Anna in whatever country Anna's in, and I want to know more about you, and email me so we can get to know each other better, handsome. Yeah, they send them to everyone, so it's nothing. It's no fault of yours. There's nothing you've done to attract this behavior, Sam. There's no target on you or your email. Wing Doggy says, how do you know when you've run out of invisible ink? Wing Doggy says, when you're at the movie theater and somebody says, hey, what are you doing here? Sam's not just getting one or two. He's getting 12 a day. All right, maybe you do have a target on your head, Sam. Oh, yes. Wing Doggy says they found that flight, that Egyptian air flight that was going from Paris to Egypt, I guess, it crashed about a month ago. They have located the plane's wreckage finally and located the black box. They haven't gotten it yet, but they have located they found the location. So hopefully that will answer some questions about what happened. Because there's been, they really don't know. The plane itself had a couple like emergency landings the last 2 times it was flown, and then it did some like weird zigzagging circle position. They didn't actually have any, the pilots didn't say anything. There wasn't a distress call, so they couldn't figure out, was it mechanical? Was it some sort of struggle or hijacking? Was there some, like, what happened? Was it some sort of like human deliberate thing? Was there a bomb? They didn't really know for sure what happened there. So hopefully that voice recorder will give them some more clues. Wing Doggy says, why isn't there mouse-flavored cat food? There is, Wing Doggy. It's called chicken. Is that really chicken? Oh, David Jones says the voice recorder was all that was found. Sam says it's his cross to bear. It's the burden he's had to bear his whole life because he was born handsome instead of rich. It's true. You should be used to it by now, Sam. Doggy says, why is the word dictionary in the dictionary? Because sometimes you forget how to spell dictionary, Wing Doggy. So, yeah, I think the world is getting crazier and crazier. And, yeah, it seems like World War II is simmering under the surface all over again, doesn't it? I feel like things are kind of like marching to that. Yeah, it feels dangerous. It feels like the world is in need of some diffusion because we're all sliding down a slippery slope. I don't see a good end. And Doggy says, why is the time of day with the slowest traffic called rush hour? Well, you're rushing to get home along with everybody else. Now you know what Wing Doggy always kind of like bugs me. You're driving in rush hour stop and go traffic, and I mean pretty much everyone's going the same speed. Though one lane will slow up and then another lane will go fast, and then and there's always somebody trying to crazily jump from lane to lane to lane, jumping in front, doing all this kind of crazy, dangerous driving because. The easiest time to actually crash is stop and go traffic because you think you're going and all of a sudden it stops and it's easy to get distracted. There's always some guy like risking not only causing an accident and hurting people but making more traffic. Because accidents just make things worse by like furiously bouncing all over, taking these chances, and he gets like 2 cars ahead. And you're like, really? Was it worth it? Because I'm just sitting here not moving, and When Doggy says, if your vehicle is going the speed of light, what happens when you turn on your headlights? Your headlights would be on if you're looking directly at the car, but they will not be forward in front of you at all. You will not have any light in front of you. When Doggy says, in court, when they ask you if you swear to tell the whole truth, if you're planning on lying, do you really think you're going to tell them? That's true. And people lie in court all the time, and they're found guilty of it, Wing Doggy. There's always, just because people, yeah, there's always somebody lying in court. And Doggy says, instead of wasting time hunting and cooking, why don't hunters just use flamethrowers? Well, Wing Doggy, they tried that, And it was very inefficient because the flamethrowers, not only would they overcook the object, their target, but they also start forest fires. Turned out to be not so efficient after all. St. Clinton says, if the universe were shrinking and all the measuring devices in the universe are therefore shrinking at the same rate, how would we know? I'm melting! Well, that's true, St. Clinton. Luckily, the universe is still expanding. So we don't have to worry about that doomsday protocol, along with all the other doomsday protocols we have. That one we don't have to worry about yet. Yet. There is a theory that at some point the universe will stop expanding and start to compact back in, and we will have a reverse Big Bang. Some sort of giant where the entire universe just folds in and collapses on itself and swallows itself up into a giant black hole, like a snake eating its own tail. So we just disappear. St. Clinton says, is Schrodinger's cat alive or dead? Schrodinger's cat has 9 lives. So yes, he is alive. He's got 8 left. St. Clinton says, if you fail and succeed, what have you done? You're a successful failure. Wing Doggy says, why is it that bullets can ricochet off Superman's chest, but he ducks when a gun is thrown at him? Because, Wing Doggy, CGI is very good at drawing bullets. Not so good at faking a whole gun. David Jones says, why do signs that say slow children have a picture of a running child? That reminds me of something I heard on the radio a while ago. A woman called up a radio station, I think it was like in Minnesota or Wisconsin or something, to complain about all these signs that say deer crossing. And she wanted to complain to the radio station saying, why do they put up these darn signs that say deer crossing in the busiest places around? They're making it really dangerous by telling all these deers to cross here. Shouldn't they tell them to cross at a different place? This is a real comment that somebody called a radio station to complain that we were directing deer to cross at this location. And the radio guy thought she was joking, but she was dead serious. And then he started to laugh because he said, ma'am, the signs aren't for the deer. Deer can't read. The signs are for the drivers to warn you that deers frequently cross here. Same with the slow children. It's to warn you that children often cross there. It's not directing children to cross there. St. Clinton says, you have 3 buckets Fill the capacity. You have 3 buckets with the capacity of 4 liters, 8 liters, and 10 liters. And you have a large tank of water. Now you have to measure 3 liters of water precisely using these buckets. How will you do it? Why do I have to carry the water? You will. St. Clinton, that's a math problem. St. Clinton says, you know that the number 7 is the prime followed by a cube. What next number is prime number followed by a cube? 2. Wait, okay, let's go back. David Wing Doggy says, if peanut butter cookies are made out of peanut butter, what are Girl Scouts cookies made out of? Girl Scout butter. You blend them up. Yeah, you blend up a bunch of Girl Scouts. You didn't know this, but Girl Scouts are greasy little things. Yes, they make a delicious Girl Scout butter. Okay, we have 3 buckets filled with the capacity of 4 liters, 8 liters, and 10 liters. You have a large tank of water. Now you want to measure 3 liters of water precisely using these buckets. How will you do it? I don't have a clue. St. Clinton, what are you talking about? Absolute hogwash. Hogwash, I say. Balderdash. Balderdash. Oh my goodness, it's already almost 6 o'clock. How does that keep happening? How does that keep happening? Blair Cooper says every date for the next week is a palindrome. What is the I don't know what the next every date for the next week is a palindrome. No, you are, Blair Cooper. You're a palindrome. Take that back to your to your army of palindromes. Sam says, wait. Sam says that's Yosemite Sam's line. Balderdash, Yosemite Sam says Balderdash. That's because I have such a good vocabulary. I know these words. Lots of good words. I got lots of good words. All right. Blair Cooper says that means they're the same forward as they are backward. Oh, like LOL. And did. And mom. All right. St. Clinton says it's bedtime for him. Bye, St. Clinton. Thank you for checking in. Great to see you, my dear. Hope you're doing well and surviving whatever temperature it is in Las Vegas. And stay safe at the airport. Bye. All right, so I'm actually just about to sign off myself because it's 6 o'clock. So, oh, that's right. I will not be here tomorrow because I have foot rehab. No, foot physical therapy. Foot physical therapy tomorrow. So I will see you guys on Monday. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allure Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and PD and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf with the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Blair Cooper and Brett and Terry Sue and Jay Dolman and Cosmic Joe and Max and Boot and Swede and Sam and St. Clinton and Wing Doggy. Thank you so much for checking in. Kisses for everybody. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Bye. Love you guys. Bye. Yes, my foot's going to rehab. My foot's going to learn how to just say no. No, it's getting better. I took a walk today. Bye.